So I've been playing the first Descendant since launch. It has easily become my favorite game in that time frame, and one of my favorite games all time, to be honest. I mean, when a game reaches multiple hundreds of hours played, let alone when you're approaching 1,000 hours of playtime, I feel like you have to either call it an addiction or your favorite game. So I think right now we're going to call it my favorite game. But I love the first Descendant. It's grown a lot in the last year. I recently became a member of the Nexon/First Descendant creator program, and the biggest interest in that is, like, obviously there's like some possibility of like monetary gain, but really it's more about the fact that I want to represent the community and help grow the game, like, or sustain the game at least, like keep eyes on it and have content out there related to games, so you know, here and there maybe somebody takes an interest in the game that tried it out early on, or maybe saw the trailers and gameplay, their friend played it, but they never really decided to touch it themselves. So I decided to join the creator program mostly for that. And so I'm hoping to do more content here on YouTube related to the First Descendant. I of course stream First Descendant at least twice a week over on Twitch. That's on Wednesday and Friday nights at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. So if you're interested in the game and watching what I refer to as a hardcore casual, that's how I think of myself. I have tons of time played. I really, enjoy the game. I know the majority of the systems and how things work. There's just certain things here and there that I either purposefully avoided, or just like it'll suddenly dawn on me how something works, and I'm like, wow, that's really awesome. But that's why I call hardcore casual, and I usually tag my streams as bad gameplay so that nobody can come in there and really talk crap about it without having first been warned. Either way, the fact is I love the game, and I want other people to love the game. So that's what we're going to be doing here. Today, I'm going to talk about a character. Her name is Luna, and she was one of the early, if not the first DLC character introduced. I can't quite remember. I think she was the first DLC. And her entire gimmick is that she's like music-based, rhythm-based. She's basically like a K-pop star or something. And all the characters in this game have the ability, or have abilities, multiple of them, that like either assist themselves or their teammates in combat. They give themselves boosts and or direct damage or whatever it is. In the case of Luna, her primary ability is buffing her allies, right? Basically, when you trigger her ability, she gets this special gun, and it kind of looks like a music blaster or something. Sound blaster even, if anybody knows what that is. But it turns into a gun that has like a mini game that appears on screen for you, like a constantly flowing rhythm game. As it goes by and you pull the trigger to hit the dots that come up from the middle of the screen, you will build up her special resource, and her special resource will lead to like the ultimate form of her abilities, and she'll be, a lot stronger. She'll hop on this cool like hoverboard thing momentarily. But again, her primary purpose is buffing allies. And then you're in combat trying to use these abilities with this gun, and it can be a little overwhelming, or at least it always felt like that to me, and it didn't feel like I was getting much for results. Granted, the special weapon she has, it's actually pretty strong. Like, a lot of regular enemies will just get one shot by it, and then you'll see, like, if you're hitting the notes or the beats on time, like, it starts hitting for pretty good power. And of course, the different abilities gave different buffs to your allies in this big area around you. I hit level 40 with her, which is where you reset, or prestige, or whatever you would refer to it as, back when she first came out. And then I kind of stopped playing her. I was like, this is cool, it's a neat little gimmick, I like the music, the neat little dance she does, but otherwise, like, it's just not the most fun thing ever. Well, I kind of discovered a way to actually enjoy her recently. And besides just being a lot more familiar with the game and how to play a character like that, she actually has a Transcendent module. Now, if you don't know, most of you probably do, but a Transcendent module will usually in some way cause a pretty big alteration to your abilities or your skill, or a specific skill. It'll it can completely change the gameplay of a character in many cases. And in this case, instead of putting out this ring of influence that buffs allies, it no longer does that, and it damages enemies. And then Luna herself receives a buff that stacks. And I call this, selfish or self-centered Luna, but again, this is probably not new to anyone else, but it's new to me. And if you've never touched Luna, or if you're a new player, then it's definitely an option that's out there. I've had way more fun with Luna since discovering this Transcendent module was a thing. I don't know if it was introduced after I stopped trying to use her, but yeah, the fact that I can now run around the battlefield with this area of attack with Luna now, and it's boosted up by playing this rhythm shooter mini game as you go, it's actually been a lot more fun. So I'm sure when you see my modules on screen and you see my character build, there's a lot of things you can say about it. I kind of don't care. I don't do meta stuff. I build characters based on feel, like how it feels to play them and how I want them to work when I play them. So just set that aside. If you haven't played Luna, if you've been interested in her, or if you tried to play her at some point, lost interest, this is a really good option. I would check it out. And especially with Ultimate Luna on the way in Season 3, that was my motivation for kind of going back to her. So yeah, I'm trying to get her set up and ready to go so that when Ultimate Luna comes out and I inevitably grind for that, I'll be ready to go and have a really cool new character to use.